hacking into servers, fighting cybercrime, and saving the world. Okay, so it didn't exactly turn out like I expected as a kid, which is a bit disappointing. If you're new to the channel, my name is Hashim and I'm a software engineer working in Dubai. Today I'm going to go through 8 reasons why I chose a career not just in software engineering, but in the tech industry as a whole. Let's get started. Number 1, working on meaningful things. Before even considering a role, I asked myself a few questions. What does a company do? Do I care? Or does anybody care? What really matters to me is working for a product that I really believe in. If I believe in the mission, then I genuinely enjoy coming to work every day. Otherwise, what's the point? Aside from money, of course. Now, I know what you're thinking. Doesn't every company have some sort of purpose? True, but technology enables you to make a difference at a huge scale just using the internet to reach people and make an impact globally. There are thousands of tech companies all doing different things. If you're into social media, there's an app for that. Music, app for that. Marketplace for adopting alpacas, there's probably an app for that too. Number 2, impact. One person, one team, whatever your role is, can genuinely impact millions of people. Within a lot of larger corporate companies, you might be working on menial tasks. Sometimes you might think to yourself, is my job even worth it? Other than receiving a salary, what value am I really providing to anyone? And I understand everyone's circumstances are different, but if you're like me, you might want a bit more. There are different stages of companies, depending on if they're a startup, a scale-up, or they've been around for a few years, depending on the size and maturity. For me, the sweet spot has been companies in the growth stage, where they found product market fit, and they have some processes in place. Here, as a small team, you're able to own larger parts of the domain, which can impact a larger number of users. Now, this can be challenging, but personally, I do enjoy the challenge. Number 3, the future. To be honest, this goes without saying. Imagine a world without phones, social media, and the internet. You wouldn't even be watching this video right now. The world would be extremely different. And this only really started kicking off in the late 90s. Let's take a look at Moore's Law, which is the number of transistors in a circuit doubles every 2 years. And what that means is that we're able to build more powerful computers in smaller sizes. That means a 10x in computing power every 7 to 8 years. This is only the beginning. As technology advances, we're able to solve more problems that we weren't able to do previously. So yeah, watch out for AI taking over the world. I'm just joking. To be honest, we're so far away from getting anything close to AI consciousness. Number 4, ownership. Every employee is an owner in the company, and not just because they get stock when they join. If you're working on a task and you think you should be doing something that's more important, you're actually expected to voice this and to push back. Even as an engineer, I'm able to sit in brainstorming meetings to figure out the next important thing that we should be working on as a team. I also actively prioritize the work we do as a team to ensure that we balance both product and engineering reliability. More holistically though, if I think some processes or something in the company should change, I can escalate this and take action. There have been so many times when I've come up to my manager and asked, okay, we're doing this, but why aren't we doing it in this way? And most times, if it's a good suggestion, he'll put me in touch with the manager or director that I can speak to take an action. Number 5, culture. Now, when you think of a tech company, you probably think of casual clothing, fancy offices, nap pods, and free food. By the way, if you get free food, I'm kind of jealous. But I'm not just talking about those things, but instead the things that you don't see, which affect your life at work every day. Things such as measuring output and not input. Some companies force their employees to come into the office from 9 to 5, even if it's not the best way to get things done. But honestly, who cares? I could be staring at the screen for 8 hours straight, doing nothing. What tech companies do instead is they trust you to get the work done in the best way that you see fit. So if you want to go to the gym during lunch, or you want to play some table tennis or go for a coffee outside, you're able to do that because you know best how you get your mind working. Another thing I noticed is that people are truly passionate about what they do, from the role to the company mission itself. I used to work in retail during uni, and from what I could see, no one really loved their job. They'd have to get in by 9, and as soon as their shift is over, they'd be running out the door. Along the way, there'd be a lot of complaining from people, including me. Okay, I won't tell you lies. People are going to complain wherever you go. But I was quite shocked when I went to my first job in the office and I was able to have really good conversations with people. This could be about anything from technology to product strategy or the company or the industry as a whole. Or to be honest, anything that people find interesting. People really love learning and sharing, and you meet a lot of great people. Have you ever been really frustrated with your coworker because they just can't get anything right? Well, that means you're a bad person. I'm just kidding. What it means is that you're in luck because in tech, feedback is seen as a gift. What that means is that people actively seek feedback so that they can keep improving, and this feedback is generally 360. So even your managers will ask you for feedback on how they could be supporting you better. Okay, so flexibility, remote working, the words that we love to hear. You can literally work from anywhere in the world. I moved to Dubai because it appealed to me, but you could literally be in a forest in Thailand as long as you have a laptop and an internet connection. Commute time, save your precious hours. At one point in London, I was commuting 1 hour 45 each way, which added up to 3.5 hours of my life that I didn't get back. If you have a family, it means you get to spend more time with them, or just doing the things that you love doing outside of work. For me, I like that I get to go to gym during my lunch break, or go to a random coffee shop with a friend and work from there. Number 7, growth. Most tech companies grow super fast, but in this case, I'm not talking about the growth of the company, but instead your personal development. When companies are growing fast, they expect you to have a fail fast mentality, which means that you're able to try new things and learn from your mistakes. Smaller startups, people usually take on multiple roles and responsibilities because everyone does a bit of everything. You're also able to move roles a lot easier. And I've seen a lot of moves from data science, engineering, product management, or even from completely unrelated business roles into tech and vice versa. If you want to learn and grow into another role, there are usually ways to do this. Last, but definitely not least, because I know we all love getting paid, is high salaries and equity. Unlike most other jobs, working your day job in tech can genuinely make you rich. Companies usually give you equity when you join, which is a small percentage of the company, and the earlier that you join, it means you're taking on more risk, so they reward you with a higher percentage. Imagine being one of the first 10, 100, or 1,000 employees in a company like Facebook. That would mean you'd be worth today a lot. Not only that, but people in tech are usually paid a pretty good base salary. In 2021, the average tech base salary was over $100,000. A very good website to check out is levels.fyi. You can search by your role in the company and it will give you accurate information on how much people get paid in different companies. Of course, I know money isn't everything, but we'd be lying if we said we weren't working for a paycheck at the end of the day. So there you have it, some of the main reasons why I think working in tech is great. Although I'm a software engineer, you don't have to have a technical role to work in tech. There are a lot of other roles out there. You'll still be able to benefit from most of what I said and still have a great work life. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you think you might now consider a career in tech, please let me know in the comments and don't forget to subscribe.